November of 2019. And as you can see, on November of 2019, nag-start na po yung COVID, yung pandemic. So Malaysia formally locked down on January of 2020. Philippines followed soon by March 15, 2020. The one thing that really amazes me was bakit sila nakapag-expand to 65 countries even if there was a lockdown. And the answer to that one is our amazing product. So I will be discussing the gift of health and the gift of wealth by our company, which are actually our products and our lucrative compensation plan tonight. So, the board of directors for Revoobit or of Revoobit company are the following. Si Mr. Burhanuddin, our founder, and then the co-founders si Shuli Kane, and the CEO Hishamuddin, and the COO si Shazwan. Tomorrow, I will be going to the airport to meet these people because they will be what's this? They will be visiting Kawayan City here in Isabela to do the new distributors orientation. Our headquarters is located in Malaysia, and then at this point in time na nag 4 years na po tayo, we are present in 87 countries around the world. So our acceptability and the countries that has welcomed us, all of them has the same answer to the question. They love the product of Revoobit. Now, you can access or you can see us through our platform ng Instagram and then in Facebook. So our gadgets, our cell phones are very important. So yung iba dyan na hindi mahilig sa paggamit ng kanilang online, we would encourage you to do your own tutorial para ma-access po natin lahat ang kailangan na impormasyon sa Revoobit po. And so these are some of the international activities we have. And these are some of the achievers we have from other countries. And of course, down sa left po ninyo, mga Filipinos po yan na nag-achieve ng rank of stars. And then of course, our Diamond Executive, our Ambassador rank, and finally, the Crown Ambassador from South Africa in the person of Okelo Hagay, who achieved his highest rank, the Crown Ambassador, on September of 2022. Now, I will be discussing some of the things that are truly important when it comes to the gift of wealth ng Revoobit po. However, at this point in time, please look at the screen that says the origin of stem cell. The study of stem cell started in 1868. And when we talk of stem cell, there are three sources of stem cell: human, animal, and plant stem cell. The good news is that ang plant stem cell po started its research in the year 1898. So 30 years after sa human stem cell, sumunod po kaagad ang plant stem cell. But due to the problem ng technology po, nung panahon na yon, very slow pa po, scientists and the medical society were focused on the research sa human stem cell. And only in the last 50 to 70 years that there was a so-called breakthrough in the study of plant stem cell. Pero mas nauna pong nailabas sa market ang animal stem cell dahil po mas madali po siyang i-preserve, mas madali po siyang i-clinical trial po nila. So during that time, marami pong interesadong mag-research on animal stem cell. However, for specialists like me, ng aking pong specialization is nutritional immunology, we were in fact having this argument with some other scientists and some other medical doctors that whatever is safe for use is always a plant source. And in this case, if we ought to understand what will be the future of stem cell therapy, then I will tell you the safest is in fact plant stem cell. Today, you can see more than a dozen product lines that are actually based on plant stem cell. But what does stem cell do inside the body? Ano pong ginagawa ni stem cell? Si stem cell po, in general, can actually help in the rejuvenation, regeneration, revitalizing our cells. But most importantly, the two keywords are repair, and then you have two keywords that is replace and replenish. So when I say replace and replenish, this will play a vital role towards our existence as a human being. Bakit po? Kasi po, isa sa mga tinatawag nating law of nature is our age. Everybody is destined to actually age. Even the stem cells inside our body, when all of us have it, still po tumatanda sila. So when they grow older, it means to say we are not anymore capable of what producing it. We really wanted to. Okay? So in this case po, it is very important that we will focus on where we can get our source of stem cell that will replenish and replace the damaged cell. People who are going through kidney transplant are the best example of an application ng tinatawag nating stem cell therapy. In the case lang po ng kidney transplant, you are using an organ. But you have to understand, ang pinakamaliliit po na mga tinatawag natin na buhay sa loob ng organs are the tissues, and then we go down to the cells. So, the kidney cells are called nephrons. Pag damage po sila, hindi na po napafunction ang kidney, kaya pinapalitan po yung organ. Today, if it is invasive and if it is very expensive to go through human stem cell therapy through transplant, then the medical society, the experts would like to introduce animal stem cell for that matter. Animal stem cell is much more cheaper than its comparative study from human stem cell. Human stem cell nowadays will cost you about 100,000 or more sa isang injection lang yan. And for you to be able to really feel the good effect of it, kailangan mo gumamit ng mga 12 injections up to 18 injections. So, abot pa rin siya ng more than 1 million to 2 million ang gagastusin natin. The disadvantage for human stem cell is its rejection. Meron pong maraming nare-reject habang gamit nila ang human stem cell. Yun po ang mga tinatawag nilang apprehensions ng ibang gusto ng mga pasyente. And so therefore, they go to animal stem cell because wala pa po silang recorded so far na rejection ng animal stem cell. However, there are recorded side effects sa use po ng animal stem cell. Pero pinaglalaban po yan ng 2 or 3 companies na sinasabi nila na animal stem cell daw sila, pero wala naman silang recorded na side effect. I think the answer to that one is probably in the processing technique that they're using, and of course, in what we call the use of a sophisticated state-of-the-art equipment during the processing of their product line. Pero to me, as a nutritional immunology specialist, I would always encourage something that is a plant stem cell. So that tonight, I am very much confident to share to you that based on my expertise, there is no other thing that you can actually pinpoint about the disadvantage of the use of plant stem cell kasi it's safe to use, there is no known side effect, there is no rejection. And therefore, your responsibility is to look for that brand that truly is excellent in terms of its effects. So this time, kapag pinag-usapan natin si stem cell, generally, ang buod po niyan or concept is to be able to actually achieve reversing your condition like hair loss, your eye problem, your skin, just like the testimonies we have heard a while ago. And then even some of them are quite amazed of the replacement of those missing teeth. Okay? And then you have the repair of damages ng heart, prevention ng mga sakit-sakit sa heart, and then osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, and then the repair of a spinal cord injury. Sorry po ha, maingay po kami dito kasi katatapos na po namin mag-close dalawang or tatlong gold ata na close namin ngayon. Glory to God po for
Lima po,
that.
lima po.
Limang gold pala. Glory to God po, glory to God. Okay. And then we have reversing deafness and hearing problems like the testimony of Ma'am Socorro. And then the rest po na nakikita niyo sa inyong screen. Um, this is in fact the effect of your Miracell Plus. Now, if you look at it closely, it is a premium quality product. It is ISO certified. It is approved by FDAs of United States, ng Malaysia, and ng entire continent of Africa. And then you have halal certification. It is 100% natural. This, in fact, will prove to you that this formulation is excellent. And when I say excellent, because of the active ingredients found inside the combination of this Miracell Plus. By the way, to just give you the emphasis of our discussion tonight, Miracell Plus bears its name due to the two major and important reasons. That is trademark po. Kasi po, it is a formulation that is exclusively for Revoobit. The formulation has been in the market for quite some time. In fact, mga 20 years na po siya. Kaya lang po, we need to really look into the patent of this one. That is why there is this what we call the plus. So the patent there and the formulation there, we're able to get it. And this is based on the answer I asked from the owners of the company. And therefore, we would like to go into the scrutinizing area of each of the ingredients found in our product lines. First and foremost, the apple stem cell, which is an 18th century variety of apple. Ibig sabihin, na pag-uusapan po ito ng mga scientists, nakita po nila ito, mga early part or mga middle part of the 18th century, and it can only grow in Switzerland. If there are some other varieties of apple that you have heard, it is very important that you ask where it is being grown. Kasi po, itong variety po na ito, Utweiler spot lober apple, is actually sourced from Switzerland, probably because of the weather, the soil, and some other conditions that will bring about the capacity of the Utweiler spatlober apple to produce more stem cells and to be the source of that stem cell needed for human consumption. So that in this case, scientists found Utweiler spatlober apple to be still fresh even if you harvested it for 4 months. So pag ilagay mo yan sa iyong cabinet, pag na-harvest yan, 4 months pa po bago siya maaagnas, kung yun po ang correct na term doon. Bago po siya talaga mabubulok. So, you have 4 months pa. That's how amazing it is. Pero ang ginawa ng mga scientists po was to do extremely puncturing the tree bark of the apple, and they noticed that after a week time, it heals itself again. Hindi po yung heal itself na may tumutubo na ibang branch. It heals it. Ibig sabihin, hindi po siya mutant. Hindi siya nag-mutate. Nag-heal siya as perfectly as possible. So this is a too good to be true claim. But then, if you really have time, you can visit naman Switzerland and then you can ask some of your friends if they are working in Europe to probably confirm the things that I am telling you right now. This Ottweiler spatlober po has a scientific name, Malus domestica. If some of you would like to ask the question, Doc Jo, meron kaming Malus domestica nakita dati, mga around 10 years ago in the market, na ang kulay ay maroon or pula ba yun? That is the other species of your Ottweiler spatlober or Malus domestica when we are going to talk about its scientific name. Ladies and gentlemen, ang apple po, for the information of everybody, has more than 30,000 species. And we are looking into the species which is exclusively for Revoobit only. And that is found in our formulation of what we call Miracell Plus. Isn't it wonderful thing to hear that all of you right now and some of you are already taking it is assured that your product you are taking in is highly recognized and certified by agencies from the best countries in the world. And this, in fact, can give us most of the benefits um, In the last 10 years po, they focus more on the skin appearance and anti-aging property of your Rottweiler spot lower, growth of hair, and repairing damaged tissues and organs. But if we will now go to the specific ingredients like the kiwi, which is the national fruit of Switzerland, you would see that there are eight of the properties that our kiwi is responsible for. It helps the digestive system, lowers your blood pressure, so on and so forth. The lists will not stop from there because we're only talking of the kiwi. The second one is the bilberry. The bilberry is a is very well known for its property or concentration of antioxidant. Its antimicrobial property, its capacity to improve your eyes health, and then treating your problem with your gut when it comes to diarrhea, and it also lowers the risks of Alzheimer's disease. My God, the very reason why when my mom was attacked by a major stroke, she forgot, literally she forgot us for about 15 minutes, hindi niya kami ma-recognize. Pero nung nakainom siya ng ating isang sachet ng Miracell, in the next 5 minutes to 10 minutes, she started recalling all of us. Pero we really had to bring her to the hospital for that matter para po siya ay magkaroon ng brain scan. And then, yun na, ang ginawa po namin sa kanya, na CT scan po siya. And then, good enough, there were no arteries or capillaries na damage po doon sa brain niya. And we are so lucky that right now, my mom is 74 years old. She is alive and kicking, and she's very healthy. I said so that she's very healthy because she can travel alone by herself. She can still do the laundry by herself with more than 20 kilos na nilalabadan niya using her hand. Ganun po yung mother ko critical when it comes to taking good care of the clothes, especially the white one, no? Ganyan siya. Inaamirol pa niya yan lahat sa edad niyang ganyan. My mother at the age of 74 has about uh, 16 grandkids and 13 great grandkids. Ganun po siya ka-blessed na mga apo. Apo sa tuhod na po or talampakan ang tawag doon. Okay, the next ingredient that I would like to mention is our uh, salmon ovary peptide, which is the very good source of your DHA and your EPA and then your PUFA. In short, these are your N3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, and then your eicosapantenoic acid, and then your docohexanoic acid, which are very important for the balance and controlling of your cholesterol, either it's LDL or HDL. Okay? Dati po, may marami nagtatanong sa akin when it is compared to your so-called shark liver oil, gaano kagaling at kaganda si salmon ovary peptide. Well, this or kagaling versus shark liver oil, that is excellent po so far. And at this point in time, kakaroon na po tayo ng problema sa sourcing ng mga shark liver oil dahil halos naubos na po yung mga shark. So, ang maganda, your salmon kasi can be sourced from the brackish water. So, mas madali po siyang ma-source out. So, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng problema sa ating ingredient. Okay? And then the fourth one is astaxanthin, which is another super antioxidant fruit, which is responsible for treating inflammation in the body, mga leaky gut. It will heal it. It will balance your intestinal bacteria. And then it supports your immune function. It has brain support. And then it will control also your blood sugar or your blood pressure. The fifth in line is your product that is your AFA, Aphanizomenon floss aquiae, which is a blue-green algae. It is a cyanobacteria responsible for supporting the immune responses, and it helps you feel what good because of the phenylethylamine, and then it improves the skin structure. It is antiviral, anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory, anti-allergic, anti-diabetic, antibacterial. Ito yung some of the benefits or some of the properties you can get from APMA. Mamaya, makikita nyo yung another counterpart of FMA. But before that, I would like to discuss on ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, there are a lot of companies right now considering their combination of ashwagandha because of its property as an adaptogenic substance. No, when I say adaptogenic, it is responsible for balancing any condition that you are actually into or suffering inside your body. No, so kapag masyadong mataas, masyadong hyperactive, pinabababa niya. Pag masyado naman siyang hypo, kulang sa ganang kumain, pinapaakyat niya. Ganun po ang tinatawag na adaptogenic property. But then, there are other properties ng ashwagandha like it reduces stress and anxiety. That is why people who are suffering from depression, from anxiety, yung mental health natin ngayon, it's good that you can see an ashwagandha ingredient in the formulation of a certain product line. So in this case, our ashwagandha is included in the formulation of our Miracell Plus. Then you go into the goji berry. Matagal na po si goji berry na ginagawang ingredient ng ibang company. The only thing that I have was the problem na yung ibang company kasi they capitalize on single nutrient or single ingredient. I think so a certain plant alone cannot stand or cannot give a complete nutrients needed by the human body. And then we have another one, aquamine. This is what I call the counterpart of your FMA, because the FMA kanina po probably is an algae, then aquamine is another one which is a red algae. Yung kanina kasi, if we will recall, the FMA kasi is parang green ang kulay niya. Ito naman is red na violet. Ganon siya. Okay? Purple ba? Ganon siya. And then you have your pure vitamin A, which is ascorbic acid. In my point of view po as a nutritional immunology specialist, I would like to clear this matter that there was a time that most of us were led to believe that your sodium ascorbate is the best choice or preparation of vitamin C. Actually po, lahat po yan, ascorbic acids, ano, sorry, yung sodium ascorbate, magnesium ascorbate, calcium ascorbate, lahat po yan, they are all in fact laboratory made. Because the one that is created by God is the pure vitamin C, which has a medical name as ascorbic acid. And then, hindi po siya totoo na mas maganda po si sodium ascorbate. Ang totoo po, sa atin pong history as a human being, kahit isang planggana po ng mangga or santol or guava ang kakainin natin, wala pong overdosage doon. Mamumutla ka lang dahil sa asim ng mangga. Pero kung yung mangga namang kinakain mo is matamis, hindi ka naman mamumutla. So in this case, natural vitamin C that is sourced from the fruit itself is really healthy, especially when you eat it in moderation, ano, rather than the one that is a vitamin C which is laboratory made. So sana po, this will help you understand that the role played by vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid, is very, very important to facilitate in the absorption of nutrients that is needed by the body kasi they serve as the vehicle ng lahat ng nutrients once all of these nutrients are broken down into smaller particle or microparticles, ano. But later on you would understand the importance of the preparation of our product line, ano, later on. Then we have the next one, which is the sour soup, which is guyabano. We know it as guyabano, but the English name is graviola, which has antioxidant ingredients and property that is responsible for even treating or preventing some forms of cancer diseases. That's how wonderful your graviola is or your guyabano. And of course, natapos natin yung ingredients, ang sinasabi ko po sa inyo, ang pinakamagandang aspeto po ng ating product na Miracell is because it is in the powdered form, ready for application to your tongue or under your tongue. So meaning to say it is sublingual ang application. If the application is sublingual, it means to say that in the next 5 minutes, it is absorbed through or into your bloodstream. Kapag absorb siya sa bloodstream mo, automatically you in fact saved the nutrients there from reacting with your hydrochloric acid that is present in the gut. kasi dumediretso na siya sa bloodstream. So in this case, na-preserve po yung stem cell ninyo once sila po ay gising na kapag nag-react na sila doon sa iyong saliva. So, itong mga stem cell natin, kapag nagising na sila at dumami sila, sila po ay nangangailangan ng nutrients. The very reason why we have all the combinations of rich and concentrated na mga antioxidants and other nutrients so that this will serve as the nourishment or the food of your stem cell. So that the stem cell now, once they go inside the body, they are still undifferentiated. Ibig sabihin, wala silang identity. In the event that our body now recognizes them through the immune system, your stem cell will transform to another cell, either if it is needed sa kidney replacement na mga cells or liver or brain or heart or arteries, whatever organ that is already damaged, doon po sila pumupunta. Depende sa priority po. And in this case, if a product as powerful as our Miracell Plus, it has to be legally certified by agencies from all over the world. So the ones that you're looking at your screen right now are legalities and certificates coming from the Ministry of Health in Malaysia that gives us a product classification as a superfood, and that it is also certified halal by the Ministry of Malaysia. The good news is that any certification issued by the Ministry of Health in Malaysia that is halal is accepted by all Muslim countries around the world. So wala po silang question doon pag ang halal certification comes from Malaysia. That's how reputable it is. And then you have the ISO certificate with the number 22,000. 2018 pa po tayo nagkaroon ng tinatawag, or 19 po ba yan, na ating approval, or 18 approval po natin sa ating company. Long before the time that we were able to launch our company, we already complied all of the necessary papers that is needed to come out with a product that is as amazing as our Miracell Plus. And then US FDA also certified the safe or the safety of the use of our product line. And then we have the Ministry of Health from Malaysia giving us the free of sale certificate. That is why it can legally get inside any other countries for that matter, because there is this free of sale certificate. In the Philippines, we have our CPR already available, meaning to say, hindi po LTO po sa FDA, but CPR. CPR stands for Certificate of Product Registration ng ating Miracell Plus, ng ating Mira Chara, and the rest of the products like Mira Curve and Mira Coffee. So atin pa pong ipapalabas ang ating CPR ng ating Mira Feel, which is a product that has just been launched in the last 30 days. And finally, the biggest and one of the most sophisticated agency in the world when it comes to approving product as safe for use is NAFDAC. NAFDAC stands for National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, which is the existing agency in India and in the entire African continent. So if your product is approved and certified by these specific agencies, then your product is truly amazing product. So if you would wanted to access some of the testimonies that will prove my claim, then you can log on to www.revoobit.com, and then you would see these testimonies. If you wanted also to clarify some of which that are coming from Africa or from Malaysia or for some other countries, then you can look for it there. Yung sa atin po sa Philippines, meron na po tayong nakuha niyan. Kaya lang, exclusively for any other group, no? Like, I would like to mention Miss Lormy from Davao City. She has a collection of her own files sa grupo niya ng mga testimonyas ng ADHD, autism, stroke, ano pa ba yung mga problema, arthritis. So it makes truly good if each of our top leaders from the different parts of the Philippines could also do the same thing. You collect it and then you share it to your group. That is your own prerogative if you don't want to share it with your with other people who just would like to make use of it, and then hindi pala para sa Revoobit, ginagamit na para sa ibang produkto. So dito po, it's authentic that it is ours. So I hope that you will befriend these top leaders because they are really the ones that can be that can be the source of this information, no, or this type of um cases, ano. Ako po personally, bilang isa pong medical professional, I am not really as, let us say, as open when it comes to testimonies, because I would really have to go deeper into the molecular structure. I will go deeper into the product analysis, ano po yung mechanism of action, bakit ganito nangyayari. So it's seldom for me to say or smile and approve a testimony, because to me, a testimony can be manipulated. However, during the times that I've been doing lectures from all parts of the Philippines about Miracell Plus, I'm just amazed that there are some of these patients or clients who are taking the product on the spot. Nag-lecture ako, pinapatikim namin sila in the next 2 hours, even earlier than 2 hours. Yung isang case ko po, inihi niya talaga yung kidney stones niya. And then another case that I have is, I was talking to this client and then sabi niya sa akin, Doc Joe, mag-order ako ngayon din. So in the next 1 hour, nakuha niya po yung produkto niya via Lala Move kasi sa Manila po nangyari ito. And then uminom siya ng 3 sachets. Problema niya po, mayroon siyang cyst sa kanyang gallbladder. Then after 3 sachets, nagpa-check up po siya, nagpa-ultrasound siyang ganyan. Hindi na po makita yung cyst. So ako personally, I need to see the patient talaga in person. So nagkita po kami sa Robinson's Gallery, Robinson's Ermita in Manila last month. And then I asked for the copy of the medical certificate, and then he showed it to me. And then sabi niya, I will be flying na to my work in Spain because he's a seaman. Seafarer po siya. Kanina po nag-usap kami kasi sabi niya maubos na raw po yung bit-bit niya. So plano niya bumili ulit ng 10 or 20 ka boxes ng ating Miracell Plus. People cannot do repurchasing the product unless they themselves truly experience the amazing effect of the product. So sa lahat po nakikinig sa atin ngayon, you can see in there, no, sa inyo pong screen, merong flawless skin, merong dull skin na naging glowing na, merong diabetes, getting better. Meron nga pong taga Malolos, Bulacan na kausap po si Sir June. Nasabi niya yung kanyang diabetes niya na nasa paan niya, na sobrang tagal na po. If I'm not mistaken, more than 10 years na hindi talaga magdadry yung sugat. Nakainom lang siya ng ating Miracell, isang beses pa lang, o isang sachet pa lang. Kinabukasan nag-dry na. So what he needed to do was to continue taking it. After 1 month po, nagkakilala kami, nagkita kami ulit last 5 days ago. Pinakita niya sa akin, talagang super, super wala nang makitang kahit yung tinatawag natin na back cut or anong tawag doon, yung scar. Parang hindi mo na siya makita kasi wala na talaga doon. Then you have another one which is high blood pressure na hindi na issue sa ngayon sa isang pasyente natin nasa screen niyo. And the knee problem is getting better day by day. Yung aking pong kausap na vlogger po sa Davao, yung problema po was rheumatoid arthritis. My God, di nyo po maisip-isip, no, rheumatoid arthritis has been suffered for quite some time, mga 2 years. The patient was maintaining Desalon Forte for that, and it destroyed his liver and his kidneys, and he developed another health condition which was called Cushing syndrome. So ang ginawa po, uminom ng product po natin. After 3 months, nagpa-check up po, lahat ng laboratory result came out normal. And then after another 3 months, nag-join po siya ng Ironman. Imagine nyo, may mga top 5 formation na po yun. Ibig sabihin, meron po mga bukol-bukol sa mga digits niya o sa paa niya at saka sa kamay niya. Pero hindi po lahat yun in 6 months time nawala. Pero karamihan doon ay natutunaw na po. So sa part po ng patient, just finishing the race ng Ironman is already quite a big achievement for a person who has been suffering rheumatoid arthritis in the last 2 years. These are some of the stories that can actually put us on our chairs to sit down and think properly anong ginagawa ng product ng Miracell Plus. Um, it's it's also an honor for me to also share to you know kasi I have been a good friend to the 001 of the Philippines ng Revoobit, no? And then I was talking to him and then to him and to her kasi husband and wife sila. Sabi sa akin ni Sir Caster, nagsigarilyo siya ng ilang taon ba yun, Sir Caster?
15 years, college time
15
pa.
years, college time pa.
Oh.
Ayaw nga po niyang maniwala sa mga ganito eh because he's a nurse by profession. Sabi nga niya, hindi ako niwala sa ganyan. It took some time for Miss Arian to convince him to take our product. Until certain time na meron siyang nararamdaman na kailangan niyang uminom kasi parang nalalaratin siya. Pero ang ginawa niya po is, ang tawag po namin doon is shock dose po ang tawag doon. Yung ibig sabihin ng shock dose, it is always the prerogative of the patient and the client. Ang shock dose po ni Sir Caster was 12 sachet in one day. Ibig sabihin yung isang inner box na meron sa isang box, inubos niya po yun. So, nung the entire day, nainom niya, kinabukasan, pag gising niya, nailuwa niya po yung maiitim na makakapal na hindi mo maintindihan kung ano yun. And since then, he stopped totally his smoking. Kasi po yung iba, di ba, they would consider like, baka mag-withdrawal syndrome daw sila, and then they could not stop it right away, so they do it gradually. But in the case of Sir Caster, iba po ang nangyari kay Sir Caster. Right then and there, he stopped his smoking. So, such a wonderful testimony po. Kasi, you can see now, after 6 months, na yung skin ni Sir Caster talaga nagbago na, yung itim doon sa, sa panambaba ng eye bags, talagang natatanggal na siya. So, he went back to his so-called young age again, na parang feeling niya nasa 30, 31 years old lang siya ngayon. Kahit siya ay nasa 50 na ba, Sir Caster, o 40 pa lang?
35.
Okay, imagine mo. He looks 4 years younger than an age. So kung magwa 1 year siya ng gamit niya, most likely baka 26 na lang ito. Baka mas lalong magkakagulo ang mga kolehiyalan yan, ano? So ang point po natin dito is that you need to try the product para po maintindihan nyo at malaman nyo kung gaano po kaganda yung ating formulation ng ating Miracell Plus. Although, you can actually make an emphasis of like, for example, you wanted your skin really to look really glowing and shiny and younger by combining Miracell Plus with Mira Chara. But if you would wanted to have a figure like the one with the sex bomb dancers has, gusto mo talaga ng curve na curve. So Miracell Plus with Mira Curve. Or because of your lifestyle na gusto mo lang talagang magkape araw-araw, then you can add on your Miracell Plus with your coffee. Okay? Good thing lang po, or dapat lang pong i-bear natin sa ating pong isipan na you can use this one with a very good absorption when you're going to put an interval of at least 15 to 30 minutes bago po ipasok yung isa. Ibig sabihin, mauna muna si Miracell, another 15 minutes or 30 minutes, dun si Mira Chara. And then, pag mayroon po kayong medication na mini-maintain, you have to have at least 30 minutes of interval bago po ipasok yung gamot. Minimum 30 minutes. Pero pag Miracell at saka Mirachera or Miracurve, tag 15 minutes interval would be okay. Pero pag gamot po ang iyong isusunod, make sure that the minimum interval is 30 minutes para hindi po maapektahan nung synthetic chemicals found in the formulation of the doon sa iyong gamot. Okay? And then, of course, our Mira Fill for that matter. We just launched it last month. I'm really, really proud of this product ng Mira Fill. Sorry po, wala akong picture dyan. Because of all the product that has came out in the market that is claiming to be a colon cleanser. Hello, listen to me carefully, ladies and gentlemen. If there's a claim about colon cleansing, it would be a product that has both the presence of fiber, insoluble and soluble fiber, and the highly coveted throne of being the most effective and the most or highly concentrated is no less than psyllium husk. The psyllium husk has it all. That is why if you compare it with some other preparation, hello ladies and gentlemen, napakaganda po ng preparation natin ng Mirafil. Kaya nga lang po, in this case, I would like to mention that I am finished with my discussion on the gift of health that is towards the product or into the products of Revoobit. But our flagship product is Miracell Plus. Now, if you would wanted to know the gift of wealth, which is the lucrative compensation plan of the company, please be reminded that the three product lines like your Miracell, your Mira Chara, and your Mira Curb can be purchased through the product package. Meaning to say, every time po mag-encode ka ng registration ng isang tao, maa-avail nyo po yung tatlong products na yon. Pero itong dalawang products na Mirafeel at saka ng coffee, you cannot include that one in the purchase ng product package. It is always during the repeat purchase. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, ito po yung point ko. Sinabi po namin kagabi na itong discussion na ito tonight is concentrated more on the product lines. Uh, Probably during your Q&A portion, baka may magtanong sa marketing, hindi ko po pag-uusapan ng marketing sa ngayon. Pag-uusapan lang natin yung tungkol sa product. And in this case, let me just enumerate some of the wonderful benefits you can get from the product Miracell Plus. It helps in the increase of endurance and
Pamigin naman
body's
na.
immunity, improves blood circulation, increases body's metabolism. It helps regenerate the process of damaged cells. It helps to prevent the formation of cancer disease, treats intestinal and digestive problems. It stretches your skin. It brightens your skin. And the rest po is about replacement and replenishment of the damaged cells. So today, if someone will ask you na umiinom ako ng produkto or umiinom ako ng supplement that is responsible for nourishing my cells. So pag sinabi lang yung cells, anong cells po yun? Kasi we have too many types of cells in the body. In fact, pag brain cells pa lang po, 67 kaklase po yung brain cells. Now, if it is already damaged, then the tendency of nourishing the cell is quite very, very low. Because what you need now is replace it. Kasi the damaged cells, if it reaches more than 50%, it can go back to its probably state. However, it is an inferior cell kasi meron na siya mga scars, meron na siya mga pilay or bungi-bungi na po siya. So it's not anymore functional 100%. So if the immune system will determine or identify this cell to be like lousy or whatsoever, the immune cells is going to what? Destroy it. So the best that you can do when the cell is already damaged and if the cell are already dead and they just form into kalos inside the body, nagkakalyo na po dun sa loob. Kailangan nyo pong i-replace ng bago yun. You need to replace them. In this case, stem cell therapy is the first choice there is that you have. But again and again, let me remind you, when it comes to stem cell therapy, the safest is always the plant stem cell. Now, when you talk about plant stem cell, there is no other combination that has been proven and tested to be very safe and to be very effective. It is probably a hard sell to say that, but let me remind you once again, this processing technique, because I was asked by a medical professional this afternoon about what is the processing technique. Then I answered her about it. She was amazed and she said, hopefully, Dr. You can come to our place in Lang so that we can discuss this product because we need to be educated about this aspect. You see, there are a lot of people out there who really wanted to know about the best things that stem cell can offer and about what Miracell can actually give us and provide us. We just needed to give time in order for us to emphasize further what could be the mechanism of action and how does it truly helps. So in this case, I am very honored to have all of you tonight, and I hope that every one of you will be ready with your questions, aside from the fact that we will be having a raffle draw later on, okay? So I would just like to scroll down because I am finished with my topic. Thank you so much, everybody. And then, ano ba? Ano ba yung mga tanong po natin? May mga tanong po ba tayo out of the 20 or 30 participants present tonight or 31 participants present tonight? Anybody po who would like to address some question? Meron po? Anybody? Ito yung pinakagusto ko na portion yung walang nagtatanong.